The constituency of Castries East was the venue of another installment of the anti-Alain Chasney-led UWP Pan Sunday activity, a main opposition grassroots movement featuring silverware-beaten campaigners demanding that the Prime Minister announce the date of the election. From the thin roadways and the footpaths on the hillside of New Jerusalem, Bacatel, a stream of supporters clad in red on foot and in a long convoy of vehicles descended the slopes into the capital of Castries, Marcia.
Somebody put Mr. There for me. Saint Lucia, put Mr. There for me. Put Mr. There for me. Just make man. He mad. Somebody put Mr. There for me. Saint Lucia, put Mr. There for me.
Supporters with the leader of the opposition and Castries East MP in stride strolled by the working class communities of Bishop's Gap, Arundel Hill, Warrington 12, Black Malay, George Charles Boulevard and Tourouge. The jaunt along Marshall Road culminated at the grounds of the community's famed sports ground, with the protesters' refrain punctuated by the now familiar pounding of cookware. However, as the long shadows of dusk gave way to the evening twilight, the activity was brought to a close with a police presence in the midst of calls by the parliamentary representative for compliance with authorities.
The way we have to deal with them is in the ballot box. We're not arguing, we're not creating any problems. We've been very peaceful, just getting our ID cards. I don't want anybody to argue with any policeman. They can do whatever they want. They must call elections, and when they call elections, Chasney must go! Chasney must go! Chasney must go! Chasney must go! So we have to listen to them. They want to provoke us because tomorrow.
Let them come.
The Castries East MP urged the assemblage to disperse peacefully and await their turn at the ballot box.
We are not going to break the law. We are not going to break the law. What we're going to do is we're going to vote. We're going to vote. So let's leave peacefully. And for one more time, let us say to Chasney, what happened to him? Chasney must go! Chasney must go!
The heavily armed police officers, some of whom received harsh criticism from the crowd for failing to adorn face masks in keeping with public health measures, waded through the throng of supporters to leave the area. An SLP Castries East representative claims the law enforcement was summoned following noise complaints.
Well, today we met today, and a few persons decided to just walk through the constituency. I think people are tired of this government, and it is time that the government calls the election. They are into their 6th year, because on the 6th of June was actually 5 years since the last general election. So I think people of Castries East wanted to just pan them out and let them know that we are ready. So they decided to do just a walk through onto Marshall Road. It was a peaceful walk. We got into the Mindo Phillip Park, and a gentleman put on his music from his private vehicle, and then the police was called in on the residents of Castries East. I don't know why, because persons were very peaceful.
Supporters of the ruling United Workers' Party were also out in numbers in Castries East and other election battleground constituencies as the Flubbo train made its way across the island on the weekend. Notwithstanding the pandemic, the election campaign season appears to be in full swing, with whistle stops and activities hosted by the various candidates and political organizations in what is expected to be a hotly contested race. Joachim Duplessis, HTS News Force.